So a lot of times we'll see dogs that are bit by venomous snakes, and then the owners come through and say, yeah, my dog was bit a couple years before, so I want to see how it does with this now that it's encountered a snake. But a lot of times they act like every other dog, because the bite itself of a snake is not a very painful experience, okay? The pain is from the venom, and that comes later. So a lot of dogs that are bit don't learn to associate the pain of the venom with smelling that snake. So they'll get bit again and again and again. So that's why it's critical when you do the correction here with this, not just because when they just happen to smell a snake. Now, most people will say, well, I don't ever, they'll go in your yard and they'll find a copperhead and say, man, I got copperheads moving into my area. But that's not how copperheads work. And the reason I use copperheads is they're the most common snake here in Georgia and bite the most people and most dogs. A copperhead female has a home range of about 8 acres. A male has a home range of about 12 acres or so. And that copperhead will live its entire life in that one small area. So if you see a 2-foot-long copperhead, that could be a mature adult copperhead. They don't get big. And that snake could be 10, 15 years old or more, which means it's lived in that area its entire life. And if this is the first time you've seen it, this is the first time it's allowed you to see it. And it's known you've been there the whole time. So these snakes are not new and moving into your area. And so copperhead bites are extremely common for both people and dogs, not because they're aggressive, but because the person or dog goes to the snake, And so a snake bite, people don't think about this type of training till their dog's been bitten by a snake. Then they're like, oh, we need to do something. And, the cost of this training is a little drop in the bucket compared to what a snake bite costs. And dogs don't need to come to this every single year at all. But a lot of dogs that we do, search and rescue dogs, high-end hunting dogs, dogs that have a lot of money and training put into them, they bring these dogs every year. They never need it, but they bring them every year just as a refresher. And even if you did that every year for the life of your dog, that's a fraction of what one snake bite at a vet would cost you. So, bring your dog once, and then maybe a year or two later for a refresher, see how it does, then you can judge whether you ever want to bring your dog back again.
Hey everybody, I hope you really will become a patron. Come on, join us. If you're loving our videos and loving our work, our mission is to have happy people and happy dogs, and we can't do it without you. Patreon, click below, join us. Help us, won't you? Join our pack. Join!